Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Don Pravda, and this is the Twist News.
And my name is Erika Grey, and today we're going to talk about an event that we just attended in Washington, D.C., the 10th International Government Relations Forum.
And we were at Bay University in northwest section of Washington, D.C., around the Georgetown area. Very dynamic, interesting, young, and we were very fortunate to be there.
Yes, and you had known that building before.
That used to be the United Press International building in my generation, and they've made it into a magnificent university for students who attend from all over the world.
And it's making its mark in international global affairs. It's
Absolutely.
Becoming a real known university for the study in international affairs. So we were very honored to be there, and the event was hosted by the SIC group, which is a group with expertise in political consulting. They do PR, and they are a go-to for government relations and lobbying. So we got a huge lesson yesterday in lobbying, but lobbying from an international perspective, meaning we got to listen in on how it differs in different countries.
And there's an emphasis. You think of lobbyists only as those who influence senators and congressmen, but they wish to clearly articulate that they are educating government officials and administrators and assistants to the senators and representatives. And so you learn from these dynamic people about international affairs and how business is conducted on Capitol Hill.
It's a very key component to how policy comes about and how it's formed, and also to the importance of lobbying. But what I was also struck by was Katerina actually headed this, and Kate, very warm and friendly. The hosts of this event, very warm. It was informal, which was refreshing, Don. I've been at events and they're very formal, and media goes here and you're not allowed to walk around with a camera, and it was just wonderful. And the people that we met, the networking was invaluable. We made friends. We met experts. I conducted an interview or a couple of interviews. I've got some footage that will be aired from the event.
And there was a dominant ethnic group that was there. It was the Ukrainian group. And they're very emotional about their homeland from the past. They follow current affairs, of course, in Russia and the Ukraine. And they had a lot to say about that situation, which hopefully will come to a conclusion in the near future.
I got to speak with a former diplomat from Ukraine to the UK, and he's going to present us, Don, with information that's not readily available in the media. And that's another reason, as a journalist, you attend these events, because it's as you talk to individuals at these types of gatherings, you find out details that you're not going to read. Even as a journalist going to the press department, you're going to find out these details from these insiders, and then it makes us better, more knowledgeable, and providing information that you really are not going to hear anywhere else.
Absolutely true. It was a welcoming group, a learning experience, and we were very, very honored to be there as their guests, by the way.
Yes, and I think this group, compared to other events, now you've got to understand that Don and I have been to events around the world. We haven't just been to this event in Washington. We've been to Paris. I've been to Rome, an event in Rome. I've been to Ireland, New York City. We're regular attendees at the Jerusalem Post event. So we actually have some real comparison to other events. And I know that we've been at events that are very stringent. This was very warm and welcoming and relaxed. and informative and really interesting people. And some people were there just to connect and just to network. Did you meet some of those individuals?
Some were from governmental agencies seeking information for their own knowledge or possibly in behalf of their agency. Others were from different nations seeking the latest information on current events. And don't forget, there's something else brewing in this world. There is a war between Israel and Gaza, and Israel's in the north. It's still brewing, and this was also a part of the conversation.
And there were certain Jewish individuals there, and that was great as well because we cover Israel, and especially for the coverage on this channel for the European Union. There's a very informative video that I now have of someone within Serbia.
Yes.
And I will be publishing that interview in several episodes on this channel. But it was just great. And she was also speaking at this event about lobbying in the European Union versus the United States. And that's a key core topic of this channel, is the U.S. versus the European Union, and how Israel plays in as a key player important for the West.
Definitely true. And we were speaking about earlier, Erika, lobbyists feel they're just not influencers. They're educators. They're offering knowledge to senators and congressmen and administrators and assistants about international affairs. They offer briefs, books, inside information, and how business is conducted overseas.
And the group that hosted this, SIC, are your go-to if you're a lobbyist group or a candidate running for office. They are your consultant in this realm.
Yes.
Katerina Odarchenko is headquartered in Washington, and she was our gracious host for this event, who managed it, who organized it, and we want to just acknowledge our gratitude. And it definitely, being journalists, enlightened us, and we're more than happy to cover it. And we've got some experts who will be on the show in future episodes from this event.
Thank you, Katerina. I might also mention there was a category that we think very little about. There's a former communist world from the past, and there's been very little construction done. Very slowly has there been a renaissance and innovation in construction in places like Romania and Moldova, and that's happening. And that's going to change Eastern Europe.
You were having a conversation with that builder-developer from Romania. You were
we
having
think very little about
conversations.
this. And it's just been, it's because of the Soviet dominance for all those years and during the Cold War, very little happened in new construction. And, you know, we understand that after World War II, almost all of Europe was rebuilt, including, of course, Germany. But in many countries, it's been very slow to have this progress. And our new friends informed us it is starting to happen dynamically now.
Well, Romania's economy has been doing well. It's the sixth largest economy in the European Union.
Conclusion is that a new world is being built from the former Eastern Europe. And stay tuned. It's happening.
Includes the European Union now. Okay, so that's it for today's episode. And final words, Don?
And thank you for joining us. We'll keep you informed. And Eric and I will be heading back to Washington soon.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to the Twist News. Let us know your comments and thoughts. And we will see you next time.